My name is Trinity Jade Powell, and I was born in Carbondale, Illinois. Then I moved to Ballard County, Kentucky before the age of 4. My mom is originally from Tams, Illinois, and my father is from somewhere in Indiana. I don't talk too much, so I don't know the details. I moved around a lot my whole life, but we eventually found a house and we all loved it. I have one child, and his name is Julian. Julian is my blessing. Even though the circumstances were not ideal, we cannot see our life any differently. I have 6 siblings, 4 sisters, and 2 brothers. I have 2 parents plus 1 step-parent, but one of them is not emotionally there. My mom and my stepdad, and they became the support system and father figure that I've always needed. Most of my siblings live in Illinois, but I have 1 sister that lives with me, and 1 half-sister that lives with her grandmother. I've only really talked to her about 1 or 2 times. My name was originally going to be Jillian, but my dad did not like the fact that my nickname would be Jill, so they both decided on Trinity. I'm not sure where my middle name came from. I want to go into the nursing field, but I'm not sure of my specific profession. But I would love to be a nurse in the military. I don't want to be a nurse that works in an office and gives shots and everything. I want excitement. I want to be like a trauma nurse or something like that. My personality traits are, I think I'm a pretty quiet person. I've always been more introverted. I'd rather sit back and observe. I have a few close friends I would say different, though. I've already set my goals in life, and I hope to achieve them. I think I'm a pretty calm person, but I get angry quickly. But I think that's just because of the household I grew up in. I'm pretty patient when it comes to a lot of things, and Julian has shown me that. I like to spend time with my families, especially in the holidays, because they all come to my house, or we all go to their house, and we all have different personalities, so it's fun to see how they all mix together. I like to be outside. I don't like sitting in the house all day, even if it's just a trip to the store or taking Julian to the park. I cannot stay in the house long, or I feel like I'm going crazy. My earliest memories growing up. Going to my aunt's house all day with my cousins while my mom works. When I was little, my mom would work all the time. She was a laborer. She would set concrete and stuff like that. So because she worked all the time and she was a single mom, me and my sister would go over to my Aunt Kim's house, just down the road. We'd be there from around 5 or 6 in the morning till dinner time. At the time, my 2 cousins lived with her, Brooklyn, who was around my youngest sister's age, and Gatlin, who was my age. Sometimes they'd be over at their dad's house in Missouri, but the times I did see them, it was really fun. On summer days, we'd go outside and play house in the woods, or would get in trouble and pick her vegetables in her garden, or would jump on the trampoline, play basketball, just really do whatever outside. The trampoline that I had was really old, and the sun had stretched the black part out, so it was really scary to jump on it. Their neighbor would come over a lot, and he was a lot bigger than us, so we would just fly off the trampoline all the time. My Uncle Kenny died a couple years ago because of COVID, but I still see my Aunt Kim on holidays and birthdays. Every time I see her, she always tells me I'm beautiful and does not let anybody tell me differently. She has a very special place in my heart, living in the center. One of the many times that we moved around, we lived in the center of Kentucky. We lived in what some people would call a trailer park. It was one of the best memories I've had. We had so many kids living near us. They're all around my age. There's a girl who was in my grade, and she was my age. We played all day long, and our younger siblings and my younger sister. There was a trailer behind us with a bunch of kids ranging from toddlers to teenagers. I wasn't as close with them than I was with this girl. I would stay at her house, and she would stay at mine all the time. We lived there for maybe a year, and then we left, and they left soon after. I haven't talked to her since then. My mom, and my sister would walk up to a local restaurant, and we'd always get ice cream. My mom was in her exercise phase, so we walked a lot. We would walk to the park and up the road, and remember making a couple friends at the park. One night, me and my mom and my family and my neighbors walked maybe 4 or 5 miles, and I brought my bike, and all the kids would take turn riding it. So in conclusion, I had a good childhood overall. A lot of ups and downs, but we made it work. I look up to my mom and my stepdad for all the stuff they have sacrificed for me and my sister.